Hello there, and welcome back to another video of Twilight Imperium browser app series. So in today's video, we'll be going over the latest update, which is update 1.24. And it's pretty interesting, I think, because in this update, the main features are actually from a couple of users from our user base, which I think is really cool. So one of the new features in this update that a lot of people have been asking for pretty much since maybe like the start of the server reset and maybe even before is for better quality on the unit models. And so we'll see them in a demo after we go over all the updates here. But one of our users from Discord, his name is Saunick, or Saunick, depending on how you want to pronounce it. He did us the courtesy of improving the quality of our models for our ships, infantry, structures, etc. And we have a link to his work right there in the update notes. And as well, I'll be adding in some links to the description of this video down below. So if you're interested in some more of his work and you think what you're seeing here is good, because I certainly do, you should definitely check it out. But again, we'll see that. We'll probably leave that till the end here, because the next thing I want to go over is, well, the winner of the map contest, another user from our Discord channel, Strovel. The guys over at the Diplomacy Timing Window were kind enough to host that contest, and they received a bunch of submissions, and this was the user's map who they thought was the best. So the map name is Loathe Thy Neighbor, and there is a 3, 4, 5, and 6 player variant. I do think the 6 player variant was the original submission by Strovel, and I think it captures the best interpretation of what his theme was. And so we'll get into that as well in a sec. But finally, the last thing for this update, which we also got from a suggestion in our user feedback channel, was to add timestamps per trade requests. So that way you can see when that trade request was sent to you, because that might have some sort of implications on whether you want to accept the trade, maybe if you want to see if it came before or after another user, things of that nature. So let's go ahead and take a look at the maps section, and in particular I want to go to the 6 player section. So we scroll all the way down here and we have the latest map, Loathe Thy Neighbor. So the description is a map where the best systems are located equidistant between players, and we also have some credit there to Strovel to show that it's his original creation. So the green systems represent the placeholders for the home systems, and what Strovel did was he took the best systems in the game and placed them basically on the second ring in between the home systems of the players. So for example, like you can see the Berrig Lyra system beside the nebula there. Typically, like in all our other preset maps, and usually when people build a galaxy, that planet system ends up being in front of someone's home system, or adjacent to it at least, on either side. But with this map, we got either anomalies or empty space systems in front of home systems. So what this does, I think, the theme, part of this theme is it really encourages some early conflict between players. You know, if you want to get those good systems, you risk overextending and clashing with your neighbors potentially. There also is some luck involved, I suppose, depending on, you know, if you're a faction that starts with anti-mass deflectors and you got that asteroid field in front of you, then you have a slight edge there, at least in terms of the race towards Mechatol Rex, perhaps, whereas other factions who don't start with anti-mass deflectors will find that more of a nuisance. But overall, I think it's a really good map. I think it's a fine selection. So thanks again to Strovel for his submission, and as well, thanks to everyone else who participated. Thanks to the guys at the Diplomacy Timing Window for taking the time and effort to set that up and go through that and pick this winner. I'm sure we'll have other similar types of contests in the future, maybe other map contests or other sorts of contests. But yeah, keep up submissions with those types of things because it generates some pretty good content from the user base. Now let's go ahead and head on over to the games tab because I want to jump into this demonstration game and I want to show off Saunick's new units that he's provided for us. I really like these. I hope you guys will like them too. So first, we'll take 2 looks at them. We'll take a look at the units from the build unit screen and then also just from the space display. And so if I just go ahead and navigate over to the build unit screen, we get a nice look at these things. So here they are. Great quality. They really bring out the intricacies in the models. I like, as opposed to like what we previously had, which were pretty rigid bodied and bare bones. I know that this is a huge upgrade here, as well as like some of the shadowing I really like. So for example, like on the infantry model, you could see the flag has that wave in its geometry there, and that shadowing. For example, the War Sun has a lot more, I guess, cohesion to it, as before it was kind of spaghetti-ish with its geometry there. But in general, like these things just are fantastic, and I can't say enough about the quality of them. I hope the rest of you guys like them, especially people who have been asking for this type of update. I think it's gonna make a lot of users feel good there. Over in the other tab, pretty much the same thing. We can see them at the bottom of the screen here with the yellow colors. I think they come out better with yellow. Like we're still looking at options to improve the yellow, or sorry, the blue and the black schemes. So, you know, well, we might change that up in the future. But when you get these more vibrant colors like yellow and green, then it really brings out the design. The little like crevices and geometries, like the carrier there with its little slits, for example. The fighter, even before we had it, was like so bare, and now I don't know. I don't have the unit models beside me to compare, but these look probably pretty damn close to them. So yeah, terrific quality, terrific job. Again, thanks to Saunick. There will be his links down in the description below to his work and his content. So definitely encourage you guys to take a look there for sure. So with that, I think that about does it. Again, we do have the other thing, which I'm not demoing here, is just the added timestamps on the trade request, but remember that we got that. So that's nice. And just as a general note, I know that we get a lot of feedback for certain requests and things, and I would suggest, even if you do suggest something and it doesn't get into the next update, I would encourage you guys to keep, um, for lack of a better word, pestering us, because we'll get to these things eventually, depending on like priority and how difficult it is to implement. For example, a lot of people for a long time have been pinging us about new unit models, so don't give up. These things eventually find their way. But yeah, what I don't want you guys to feel is like if you feel ignored if we don't get something into your update, even after you've asked us like 3 or 4 times. It's just there's so much to do, and we only have so much resources. But we definitely pay attention to everything, no matter who's saying it or how many times it's said or how it's said. So thanks a lot for all the suggestions, and we'll keep evaluating, and we'll uh, keep these implementations going. But yeah, that's gonna do it for now. So I hope you enjoy the new content. And so yeah, if you're not already subscribed, subscribe to the YouTube channel to keep up to date with these updates as they go live. Um, as well, you can join our Discord if you're not already by just navigating down to the bottom left there, and you can join Discord and you can give that aforementioned feedback there if you so like. All right, so enjoy the rest of your day, and we will see you in the next one. Take care.